What's up everybody, David, edgeofdavid.com, and I'm coming to you from District 1 right in front of City Hall in the main plaza. In this video I want to share with you what Vietnamese beaches are like, what Vietnamese weddings are like, and what it's like to travel by overnight bus in Vietnam. Alright, and they live in this little neighborhood. Has access to this ridiculous beach. I can't get over that there's just a pig wandering around over here. Alright guys, so let's get into it. So I landed in Vietnam back in January, and within the first 2 weeks I was invited to a Vietnamese wedding, which I absolutely took up. Like, yeah, of course I'm gonna go do that. And it's basically, we had to travel from Ho Chi Minh City to central Vietnam, which we did by overnight bus. Overnight bus is okay in Vietnam. The roads are good, but the bus itself is pretty annoying because they play karaoke music for hours. They play horrible Japanese movies, and it's just super loud, super bright and annoying with these bright golden lights. I hated it, but the only good thing is that around 12 o'clock they turn everything off and you can actually sleep. And so basically you get the bus and you have to take your shoes off, put your shoes in a little bag, and then you get your own little cubby to lay in. Anyways, I'll show you what the clip right now so you get an idea of what it's like. Guys, what's up? I'm recording this on my phone at the moment just because my camera's tucked away in here and I'm not gonna bother taking it out. Anyways, I'm on a overnight bus in Vietnam, and it's kind of a different experience than I've ever had before in any other country. Basically, the way it works is you gotta take your shoes off because the whole bus is padded like this. So you take your shoes off, and then you get a little cubby, and you have your shoes in a plastic bag, and you push your shoes in a plastic bag, and you basically just lay on this little seat, and you're just kind of tucked in, and that's it. So it's about 7 o'clock, and we're going to drive until about 10 o'clock at night, and then stop and get dinner, and then sleep. Then everything turns off, and you go to sleep the rest of the night. Now I'm wearing my shades not because I think I'm cool or anything like that, but it's just the light up here is just right in my face, and same with the music. It's kind of annoying, but I'm wearing my sunglasses because it helps me sleep and relax a little bit. But geez, it's kind of compact in here. That's basically your average seat where you get sit there, your feet go in there. I'm 5'9". I just fit. If I was any taller, I'd be I'm too tall for this. So this is really designed for Vietnamese people. I mean, I barely fit. I'm still I'm pretty uncomfortable here. And I got 12 hours of this ahead, so yeah, but I'll survive. I've done this before. So that was it for the bus. During the trip, we did stop for dinner, and dinner was pretty good. We just stopped at a generic truck stop where everyone can use the bathroom and then go back to bed. If you are on the bus, make sure to use the bathroom because there is no bathroom on the bus. So just keep note of that. It's not like in other overnight buses in other countries where there's some sort of self-contained bathroom. There's not. So if you're doing a 12-hour bus ride, you gotta prepare accordingly. And so that was it. And then we arrived in Binh Dinh, which is central Vietnam. And then while we were in Binh Dinh, we got a hotel room for $5 just to drop our bags off so we can enjoy the whole day there. So I'm just gonna give you a quick room tour of my $5 a night hotel. So let's take a quick look. All right, so basically down there is the lobby with the bikes and whatnot. Staying on the first floor, walk up here. This is a multi-story building. Very simple, very simple hotel. You're paying $5, so what do you expect? So, but I'm pretty happy with the room for $5. That's pretty nice. Got these two big, gorgeous windows, really high ceilings, and that's it. And the beds are actually really comfortable. The room doesn't have hot water. Actually, it has, again, this whole solar-powered water thing. So basically, what that means is if it's cloudy like it is today, there's no hot water. If it's hot out and the sun's out, you have hot water. So basically, I just find solar power really annoying, kind of in that regard. Now,
here are the doors, and here are the rooms outside, or the streets outside. So that's it. So for $5, I think you can't really complain with this place. It's pretty nice for the price point, and it's just really old, like old and quirky like that. Like that weird light, these windows. Like this looks like, this is very Vietnamese with like the tile everywhere, kind of like every room's decked out like a bathroom a little bit. But then it has like the floor, like, I don't know, it's just, the whole thing's kind of strange, but I'm liking it, so I'm not complaining. We didn't actually stay the night, we just stayed there just to like leave our bags and whatnot, and that was it. It was $5, the hotel room was really nice, and that was it. We enjoyed the day, drove around, you know, hung out with people, and it was really nice. I met a lot of interesting people. I met one Vietnamese guy he's in his 60s, and he was adopted as a child during the Vietnam War, so he spoke fluent English. It was really nice to actually be able to sit down and have a nice conversation with someone over a couple beers, and that was it. So it's like I just hung out in Binh Dinh, and it's this coastal city that's not famous, it's not touristy, it's not even touristy with Vietnamese. There's like unbelievably beautiful beach, and nobody is using the beach, like nobody's out there. I was blown away by it. It's like I couldn't get over like how beautiful the beach was, and not a single person was on it. And then later that evening we got into a van to go to the section of town where the wedding was taking place, and that was a pretty miserable experience, simply because the van was just packed to the max because it was the last van, and like in 45 minutes into the ride I was being asked like, how come you didn't take a taxi? It's like, well, I didn't realize that was an option. Yeah, I should have taken a taxi. Do it again, I would not do that van ride because that was just miserable with kids screaming and people sitting on my lap and just terrible. Anyways, we got to the town, and it was super country and very rural, and it reminded me of Isan in Thailand, if you've ever been to Isan. It's just basically a country town, but they live next to this magnificent beach again. I was so blown away by how beautiful it was. And the house we stayed in was this two-story house with these massive high ceilings. I'm currently staying in a traditional Vietnamese house. Probably like, I would say like a middle-class family. The mother and father of this family, they have 11 children. They're all grown up too. The mom and dad are in their 70s. So let's just take a quick look around of the house. It's pretty weird for me. I mean, you know. But that's basically where I slept last night. And the current temperature is about 65 degrees. It's extremely comfortable. So. Second floor is the bathroom I had last night. No hot water, but you know, whatever. I gotta put up with it. Here's the outside area. So, very local neighborhood. Yeah. Alright. And then it leads up, stairways leads up to the rooftop. Alright, so then we have balcony right here. I'm not gonna go out there. Alright, and then we have the other room here where they have like a little dining area, another bed. These things are to remember someone who has passed away. They're very beautiful. The wood here is like really ornate and decorated. And this whole place, this whole room lights up at night. With all those lights, very beautiful. And of course, we have a balcony at the top. And that is where the wedding is going to occur, right in front. The trees, it's just really pretty here. The family was, the wedding was for the daughter of this family that had 11 children. The daughter was the 11th child, and she was getting married. She was 24. The family, the parents were in their 70s, and they had 11 kids. Each of those 11 kids was married already and had their own families, and the last daughter was getting married. So that's basically the wedding I attended. Vietnamese weddings are just, you just drink and drink and drink. It was just ridiculous. It's not really romantic at all. Basically you have a party the evening before the wedding, and during that party you just drink and drink and drink. You go to bed at like 12, and the day of the wedding, it begins at 5 in the morning. Alright, so I'm currently at the Vietnamese wedding. My hair looks like shit. So the last night was basically the reception where you drink to like 12 in the morning usually. Like I literally like just drank and drank and drank. Like their whole family just wanted to keep drinking. And then We went to bed at 12 and woke up at 5. And then the wedding started. Karaoke and all this other stuff at 5 in the morning. Right now it's, what time is it now? Like right now it's 6:30. It's so early. I was like, what? Like I'm so hungover, and it's like I have to wake up in like 4.5 hours, and it's just, yep, that's how it is. Wake up and start drinking again. Like 6:30 in the morning, I'm drinking and eating food again. It's like, oh my god, this is like an endurance challenge. And just the karaoke, tons of music, tons of good food. You know, everybody's happy and merry, and that was it. And so you spend the time at the bride's house, and then later in the day, you take a walk to the groom's house. If the groom's house is not within walking distance, you basically take like a bunch of different cars and go to the groom's house. So that's what we did. So we walked, like there's like a nice long procession to the groom's house where we got into cars and drove to the groom's house where again, food and drink, and that was it. And that's the Vietnamese wedding. You just drink and eat, and it was nice. And then 5 o'clock, done, and got the van, overnight bus basically again to go back from Binh Dinh back to Ho Chi Minh City, and that was the trip. That was the trip, and it was great. And had a wonderful experience seeing a different side of Vietnam that I think a lot of foreigners get to see really rural countryside of Vietnam. And like I just couldn't believe like pho, for example. Pho in Ho Chi Minh City is usually like 15,000, maybe 20,000 depending on where you go. Banh mi here is 15 to 25,000. There it was like coffee was 8,000, banh mi was 8,000, pho was 4,000. I had pho that was $4,000. Like that's like 10 cents. It was ridiculous, like how cheap some of the food was. But that was it. And it's like just seeing this country town next to this big, magnificent beach. I had a just wonderful time, and it was great. And then came back to Ho Chi Minh City, and that was it. Yeah. So side note, I'm very surprised by like how out of shape I got within 6 months of being in the United States of America. I try my best. I sincerely try my best to always stay in shape when I go home, but every single time I get out of shape, I got up to like 171 pounds, start getting fat in the face, my hair looked like crap. Oh man, but you know, back into my routine and back being able to get into shape. Anyways guys, that is it for this video. If you liked it, like and subscribe. See you next video. Bye bye.